Saturday, and we continue with this one. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Lubbock has one of the best fan bases in college football. When you step on the field, they are welcoming, they are loud, and they are passionate about their Red Raiders. This has become a must-visit venue. If you're talking about college football, do not sleep on Lubbock, Texas. The Red Raiders are ready to roar. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Grab down the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Red Raiders are in the hurry up. Running inside. It's Hawkins. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. And the Red Raiders lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Finds his tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Second and long here. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And he muffs it. It's loose.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. The give to the left. At the 15, he's loose. Really nice run to get it out to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again. Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Say it. Left side, it's Jackson. Inside the 40. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, when they were scripting this opening drive this week in practice, I don't know if they expected it to be this good. First play, first down. Second play, first down. Third play, first down. Everything is working. I'll tell you, when you got a quarterback, though, with this kind of ability, you got the playmaker.
Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Holds and fires complete to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got an alley. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Long way to go on second down. Raiola. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Right down the middle. Big hit. Knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going. Looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Stealing a score on on special teams.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes zoof, and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Church. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's looking deep. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Now staring at a 3rd down. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Gonna let it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Saying, gonna take a shot. He's got it. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to run, it's Jackson. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Here's Sayin to throw. trying to barrel in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Could not make his way to the corner.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They're all over him. And it's a sack.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. And you saw it on that one. First down, they dial up the pass play, but you're not able to get him on the ground. And now they've gotten another first down.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Play fake, say it. Buying a little time to his left. Out wide left, it's Smith. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
He's brought down at the 23-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And his throw is incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And the Buckeyes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. There's her, headed to the end zone.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. First and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
He's got it on the move. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
I know the aggressive plays to go for the touchdown, but with a little bit of lead right here and a great start for my offense, I'm going to kick this field goal ball.
I'm going the other way. I'm going aggressive here. I think you can put the nail in the coffin with the touchdown. Even if you don't get it, they still have to drive the entire field on your defense.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Hawkins. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Raiola to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Hauls it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Raiola to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And this offense said, forget that, man. We haven't had much success doing anything this first half, so we're just going to take a deep shot. And it was unsuccessful, but I do like when you take those shots because it makes the corners retreat a little bit more. It makes the safeties play deep. Now, maybe work the middle of the field. Let's try to move this football down the field. Let's try to get some form of points before the halftime.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Grabbed in the middle, it's Miller. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms and they start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down and the gamble pays off.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Raiola escapes the pressure to his right. Got a man. It's Gentry. Dragged down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Raiola to the air again. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Under pressure. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. On the return, it's Cross. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Good game there, picks up the 1st down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Moving out to the right. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
You know, we're only in the 1st half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Moving the pocket, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, It's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Minnesota taking on the number 16 team, the Maryland Terrapins. And it's the Gophers, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And it's 3 straight victories for this team as they start to get hot. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, say it. Fires left. Makes the catch. It's Roberts. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. This offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing Raiola. comes down. It's Church. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. To throw, it's Raiola. He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
From deep, it's Cross. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Jones. Snags it, and he's open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop him. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Raiola to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Makes the grab on 3rd. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Coming out with it, it's Cross. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. They'll move the wide receiver. Say it. In the backfield, it's Smith. Quick step and go. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Still running at the 40. A lot of room to the right. Oh, what a cut. To the house. Touchdown, Buckeye.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Raiola to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Tries to do it himself. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Raiola. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. Great. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. Raiola can hold on in the face of the contact.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
2nd and long here. Quick give. It's Hawkins. Can't get him to the ground. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Throwing Raiola. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Makes a grab on the shot. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's Raiola to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Raiola to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Play fake, Julian Say it. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Looking for space. It's Jackson. Down he goes.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down.
I mean, some quarterbacks have a hard enough time just completing passes in the pocket, but to do it on the run, like when you got that kind of speed and that kind of momentum going, it takes a special kind of athlete, and that quarterback, he's a different breed.
Sayin. Caught. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Release to the back. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Looking to get it in. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Offense in a bunch formation. Fourth down, Sayin. Look out. Takes a hit as he fires. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. You can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's Raiola to throw. Fires to the middle. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Keep it on the ground. Fights off a defender. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Right side, it's Smith. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass.
Number 38 set to kick off.
And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring it down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Raiola. Snagged in the middle. It's Gentry. Breaks into the open. The 50. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Finds his big tight end. Looking for room at the 30. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over.